How do you think of the world in 2 years and 5 years from now? What do you think technology will be able to do in marketing that it isn't doing now?
Going into the future, I think it's going to be more about predictive analytics, looking at what could be, what should I do, what opportunities do I have as a business, looking at your customers' sentiment analysis and getting ahead of the curve as opposed to waiting till an issue happens and then you're reacting to that issue.
I also see that, at least for where we are at NetApp, there's a fair amount of getting back to the basics. So number one, what are the questions we should be asking? Because that then generates, well, what's the right set of dashboards? What's the right set of data flows? Do we have the technology to answer those questions? You can get overwhelmed by the amount of data and get very, charmed by, oh, I could find this out or that out. Get back to basics. What are the questions you're trying to answer? And then the other part of the basics for me is really trying to figure out what is the architecture vision I think I need to have that will really help Cynthia. You can very quickly build up a lot of technology within a marketing organization without having a vision.
Julie, since you came from the world of sales channels, which is very data-driven, do you feel that that gave you an advantage in this new era where marketing is so data-driven?
Absolutely. In sales you measure things daily, weekly, monthly in terms of where you are with your numbers. And so I really came in with that mentality and was quickly looking for where can I get data that helps me understand how effective marketing is, whether that's product adoption rates, whether it's pipeline contribution, awareness numbers, what have you.
How do you find that elusive sweet spot in marketing between human intuition and judgment and what the data is telling you?
We're working harder than ever before to really be sure we are understanding the customer viewpoint first, and how does that inform everything from the products that we go build and ultimately deliver to how do I talk about the problems that they have and the business value that I'm providing.
It used to be that the data that you had was within your enterprise and you analyzed it. You still have data within your enterprise, but there's a lot of data outside that you need to be able to mine and pull that intelligence back into the organization so that you can use it for decision making. And to Julie's earlier point, is you have to really get back to basics and what problem am I trying to solve? What do I really figure out? Because you could bring in tons of data or look and analyze tons of data and do it day in and day out and not really have a business impact. So, you still have to, to your point, you still have to have the people intelligence to say, this is what we're looking for, or maybe this is what we're going to look at in the trends, because it may be something that you don't know, but as you do some trend analysis or some correlation analysis, something may jump out at you that you need to deal with within the context of your business.